You could be on the water, heading down the Sound, looking for the mark that puts you on the fishing grounds. You burn a tank of fuel just so that you could wet your line. Some say that's just a waste of time. You know, that's just a frame of mind. You could be in your shed, throwing darts up at the board, or maybe sharing...
Pictures.
It's a Friday.
Ken? Pictures. Lens.
Pictures. Not more pictures.
No, more pictures. Yeah, right. There you go.
What about yourself?
Cheers to Newfie.
Cheers. Now it is. Cheers to Newfie.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to Newfie.
Cheers.
Cheers. Great trip.
Cheers, everybody.
Safe trip
So
home.
far, so good.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
You could be on the water, heading down the Sound, looking for the mark that puts you on the fishing grounds. You burn a tank of fuel just so that you could wet your line. Some say that's just a waste of time. You know, that's just a frame of mind. You could be in your shed, throwing darts up at the board, or maybe sharing stories from all those years before. You have a scoff and top it off with a drink or glass of wine. Some say that's just a waste of time.
Okay, it's a movie.
Is that the ocean? That was fabulous today, seeing the disturbed seas and everything so wild.
Hey!
Up to almost vertical, tipping a little bit to the left here, huh? Tilted, and it's tilted and exposed by the glacier that came out through here about 15,000 years ago. So we have the limestone and shale layers of sedimentary rock, generally speaking, underneath the seabed. Some of these layers were put down in 10,000 years, some put down in 100,000 years. Every millimeter we're moving is getting 100 years older. That is pretty cool. Dad made the crack one time. He said, I didn't know what it was like to sleep alone until I got married. Artifacts. Basically, I've been with my life on the northwest coast, but the light tower is still working. To a harbor that's very appropriately named. It's Rocky Harbor.
We got a bunch of people aboard this boat here this morning going around without their proper passport. Some of you people are having problems communicating with the natives. Don't understand the language. Well, it's my duty here this morning to properly indoctrinate you fellers into the culture of Newfoundland and Labrador, and thereby make this stay of yours that much more enjoyable. Now, I got to forewarn you, there's a certain procedure you got to go through if you want to become part of us. First and foremost, you got to repeat certain words after me. The next thing that you're required to do, you're required to sample this fine specimen here of Newfoundland screech. Bottled here in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Aged here in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Comes from Jamaica. Well, we're not going to give you enough to hurt you, but we will forewarn you there will be a small burn that will take place in the inner organs, and within 2 to 3 minutes, a little bit more movement in your legs, and you'll experienced before. Now, I don't want you to get upset over that, because that's quite normal. Another thing you're required to do, you're required to kiss the codfish. Yes, and I know what you're thinking, well, we got to do that for? Well, it's pretty important that when you fellas leave this boat here this morning, that you all leave with the right smell. And finally, as you go around this island of ours, you're going to find all kinds of music. You're going to find the slow dance. You're going to find what we call the old-fashioned waltz. But the most popular dance here in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador is the Newfoundland jig. And the most popular Newfoundland jig in this province of ours is Eyes the Boy. And you know, it'd be awful nice that when you fellas hears our music, you'll be able to get out on the floor and take part in it. I know what you're thinking, well, I don't know much about dancing Newfoundland jigs. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just give you a small demonstration of what we could expect from you fellas after. For example, boy to build a boat, boy to sailor, and boy to catch a fish, a break the boat, boy to rape the partner, Now don't you worry. That will all come quite normal to you fellas after. And when that's all over, we're going to give you your official passports, and that'll be living proof that you will never ever have to go through these proceedings ever again. Okay, now are we ready? Yes! You being aliens here in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, do you desire to become honorary Newfoundlanders? Yes! All right, you have to repeat after me. We being aliens in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. We being aliens in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Being only 3/4 in our right mind. Do swear upon our soul. To uphold the charter. Of ordinary Newfoundlanders. And drink screech every Sunday. For a fortnight. And to honor and respect. Me codfathers and me codmothers. Until the day I die. Now this part here is the part. You got to show a little bit of enthusiasm of becoming members of the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. I love Newfoundland. I love Newfoundland. By the Lord Lamplin. Wrecked and roared. Jump and dive. Okay, now me laddies, bring along the substance. Now you're not allowed to put it to your lips until I gives the word. And when I gives the word, it's down the hatch.
Oh, thank God.
There's not much, is it?
No. Better than the kids, believe me.
Yeah, oh yeah, I agree. Any day.
I can't take a smell of that stuff.
My nose are anxious.
Happy Jolly Poker!
Go! I say give the them a week to 10 days. Definitely, by the time that all you fellers gets home, you'll be all getting your tax assessment. On behalf of the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, I would like to welcome here this morning another group of honorary Newfoundlanders, another group of people that's going to help pay for our roads and bridges for years. God bless
you. We're going to get Angus to start things off, ladies and gentlemen. This is a song that comes from a couple of brothers on the East Coast, the Curran brothers, with a band called the Masterless Men. It's a song called The Foggy Shores of Home. So it's a song about the sailing heritage of our wonderful province that goes something like this. You ready, Angie?
I sailed upon the northern sea, sailed the frozen foam, sailed where the ice flows thunder and roar, come rain, the white goes home. Wherever you may ramble, wherever you may roam, wherever you may be happy to see the foggy shores of home. No accordion. If you park your side of the bow, if you park your side around, go to drilling in Morton's Harbour all around the Sept.
Stood pointing far out o'er the shore. 3 tiny ships went adrift in the gale. With tears in his eyes he told his father this tale. We followed your tiny lights in the land, and we vanished from sight on the rocks our sugar ran. With tears in his eyes he told his father this tale. We followed your tiny red lights in the van, and we vanished from sight on the rocks our sugar ran.
Did you get the whole ocean in?
Yeah, you were still good, so I backed off. Yeah, that's the one that's still on the bus on the way out. Yeah, it's really craggy. Yeah, you can just see it right here. Can you? Just the top of it from right there. Yeah. See it?
You could be on the water, heading down the Sound, looking for a waste of time. You know, that's just a frame of mind. You could be in your shed, throwing darts up at...
Wait.
Okay, time's off.
All right, if they insist, tops off, girls.
Or maybe sharing stories from all those years before. Yeah. Well, I took a stroll of the old long walk of the day.
Not Salvi, Salvi. Okay? It wasn't originally French, Salvard.
What's the fella to do if her hair is black and her eyes are blue? Well, I knew right then I'd be taking the world. We were halfway there when the rain came down. J-I-A-I-A. She asked me up to her flat downtown.
No, you guys, come on. Everybody.
Here, Monty, when you're done.
All the ladies.
Oh.
First piece of land out there on the Cape that John Cabot saw when he came across and discovered Newfoundland. The proof that John Cabot discovered Newfoundland is just back here, the statue. So if anyone wants to get a picture.
You could be on the water, heading down the Sound, looking for the mark that...
Boy, you said a big bouncing baby boy. Another drink for everybody. And someone said, a big bouncing baby boy. I said, how old was the baby? Just born? Yeah. I'm sorry. How heavy was the baby? What was his weight? He said 27 pounds. I said, what? 27 pounds. He said, that's impossible. He said, there's never a baby born 27 pounds. Oh yeah, he said, not uncommon in Newfoundland. 27 pounds.
Don't go away, I am here all alone, and your daddy's a sailor who never comes home, and the nights are so long. The daisies are blowing around us. The rain keep on, another 10K, the more rain, then 5 or 10K runs.
This is the Anglican Cathedral, one of the buildings that escaped the fire, and right here is open. I just found out I won't be at the Shrine Centre tomorrow night.
Looking for the mark that puts you on the fishing grounds. You burn a tank of fuel just so that you could wet your line. Some say that's just...
Right here. Right, there's a garage and then the house. Yeah. That's where her home is. Overlooking this bay.
Wow.
Beautiful. Just a beautiful...
Could be on the water, heading down the Sound. Looking for the mark that puts you on the fishing grounds. You burn a tank of fuel just so that you could wet your line. Some say that's just a waste of time. You know, that's just a frame of mind. You could be in your shed, throwing darts up and down the Sound. Looking for the mark that puts you on the fishing grounds. You burn a tank of fuel just so that you could wet your line. Some say that's just a waste of time. You know, that's just a frame of mind. You could be in your shed, throwing darts up at... You could be on the water, heading down the Sound. Looking for the mark that puts you on the fishing grounds. You burn a tank of fuel just so that you could wet your line. Some say that's just a waste of time. You know, that's just a frame of mind. You could be in your shed, throwing darts up and you could be on the water, heading down the Sound, looking for the mark that puts you on the fishing grounds. You burn a tank of fuel just so that you could wet your line. Some say that's just a waste of time. You know, that's just a frame of mind.